Good evening, friends. We should be back online, ready to roll. It's Lantern Year 15 in this live / recorded / glorious playthrough of People of the Dreamkeeper with non-Ark survivors. So we've had to sort of maneuver our way through a few things. This event is one of those things. Yeah. So we're going to do this event, and we're going to dive straight in because we can. Here's the issue with this event. We are not Ark survivors, so technically we have not been doing... well, that's changed a bit. That's okay. We've not been doing collective cognition. So there was an instance before where I did a thing based on collective cognition that we would have achieved. So we have achieved 21. We're going to do this. We don't get dream schematics because we don't have it. I don't think it's inscribed in this campaign anyway. Let's have a look. Hello there, Scarabost. Let's see if I can add it anyway. No. Yep. So all dream schematics is about is building the... it's about building the box that everyone's going to live in when they get thrown into the next campaign. Hello, Match Fixer. So we're just not going to build the box, and that means we're not going to get to perfect punt a piece of gear, which is okay. However, we are going to take this, which is Collective Cognition 21. As long as we don't roll a 1 here, we get this event. We do have Sculpture and Pictographs. We don't gain Lumi, but we suffer -1 luck. How many do we have to nominate? Yeah, nominate 4 survivors. So we're nominating 4 survivors. I promise you that they are absolutely going to be devastated about this turn of events, these 4 survivors. So, yeah, solo, have a -1 luck. It's a real shame. Yeah, and then we're going to gain a population that is -1 luck. Poor bounty. Chomp, -1 luck. And the Milky Way is -1 luck. Now, the advantage of these 4 survivors gaining -1 luck is we gain 1 population, and they are touched with the birth of a saviour. So we shall gain a population. This will be a male. No, we'll make it a female. Starting with D for a chocolate. I'll leave you guys to ponder that for a moment while I grab out the birth of the saviour. Some sort of chocolate or lolly or drink. Candy or cola. Dr. Pepper. There we go. That's a good one. She's like Dr. Tran though. She's not a real doctor. From America. Birth of a saviour. Great thing. We're going to get a... I always go for a blue saviour. But the artwork in that is so good. I really should do a red. Nah, we'll just do a blue. So the parents of this child will be someone who can pass down some weapon proficiency levels. Alistair's currently not in the settlement, so we'll go with Club 5. And we'll pass down Club 5. And actually we'll pass down Axe 1 because we don't have an axe. And they are going to be a saviour. So Dr. Pepper, the first thing we're going to do for our saviour is we're going to roll the Graves roll, or the Understanding roll. So we gain an additional Endeavour this phase. Perfect. And then we're going to roll for their level... so that's a 15, so that's a random fighting art. We are going to not take the soloist, we're going to do a different one for our character. So we've only got a few left. And Dr. Pepper the Saviour gets the Magma. And is going to gain the ability Lucerne, I think it's called. Is it Dream of the Lantern? Yeah, no, it's Lucerne. Lucerne. Blue Saviour. So they may or may not get out. We'll just give them Fighting Art, Infernal Rhythm. Yes. All right. Maybe we'll put that on the sculpture. That can be fun. That could be fun indeed. Okay, we have a saviour in the settlement, which means that when we do finally gain access to that hovel innovation, when the gambler's gone, that'll actually be usable, which is cool. So thank you, Papa Gambler, for providing your wondrous design to us. Now, when we finished last settlement phase, or last thing, I had a number of issues that I hadn't corrected. Because I was rushing, because I had to go to the gym, Mossy was at me, so there was a number of things I needed to do. So I'll just explain what I've done. I did one endeavour, which was to do sanguine extrusion, which allowed us to build the last piece of the armour set, which is the black and red gauntlets. And we also had enough to build a hyperelastic sword and a hyperelastic shield, because I'd like to try them out, and the shield's actually quite good for chasing shield proficiency. So that was my first endeavour. My second endeavour, which we got from Legless Ball, is we added a web silk, and that's all we can do. So I did those two things, and we now have a number of endeavours to spend, as well as resources. So we're just going to go a hide from there, and from Spidicules we'll go for a bone from the large appendage and an organ. I think it will be the eyeballs, because I don't think we need them. But good morning. Hello there, Furrow Roach. It's, yes, it's certainly an odd time. I don't get a lot of people jumping onto these streams excitedly, and that's okay. They're still there available for people who want to watch them. So we're doing an innovate. We're going to get 4 of these. So the first one is Bloodletting. The second one is Memento Mori, 2 awful ones. The third one is Morgue. And the fourth one is Lucid Dreams. Okay, so we can't really take any of those other than Bloodletting. And that doesn't actually help us much anyway, because whatever, man. So we don't get Koiria, which would have been the one I would have gone for, or Cooking. Any of those are fine, really. We don't have Pedal Spiral, but that's okay. Cool. So now, because we have lights in the sky, we gain +2 to any endeavour roll. And Nightmare Training is an endeavour roll. And so we're going to focus on training like nightmares. No, so we're going to go Skittle is going to go for a Scythe of proficiency. We're going to spend 3 survival. 1, 2, 3. And so proficiency is currently 3. So on a 1, which is not possible, you spend a survival or die. But basically we're looking for a 6 to 9 now will gain us a weapon proficiency level. So that's an 8. That's our first weapon proficiency level. Okay, and that's 2 of our, yep, so that's that. Okay, so we're not going to get greedy. We want to do a number of people before we come back. Peanut Brittle is going to go for a club. 1, 2, 3. Also looking for a 6 to 9. So that's a 4. So we'll spend a survival and try again. Into a 7. So that is a weapon proficiency point as well. So we go to 6. Grand Weapon on Coconut Rough. 1, 2, 3. And we're down to 7. So yeah, lights in the sky at this time when you've got survivors with survival is almost like free nightmare training. So we spend a survival to re-roll that. That's a lantern 10. Unfortunately, that's an accuracy or a strength. So we'll take a strength. And I spoke too soon. Shouldn't have done that. So we'll spend another 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1 that we had to spend to re-roll. And another endeavour. So looking for a 6 to 9. That's a 9. So we gain the weapon proficiency on Coconut Rough to go to Grand Weapon 4. And then I think we have someone with Dagger. Yeah, so Summer is going to spend 3 survival. 1, 2, 3. To go for Dagger. She rolls a 4, so she'll spend a survival. She rolls a 1. So she'll spend a survival. She rolls a 2, so she'll spend a survival. Into a 4, so she'll spend a survival. Like, she literally can't fail. So there you go. 6 turns into an 8, which is a Dagger proficiency. So we're at 7. Excellent. Okay, so difficult decisions now. How many do we have left? I think we have 5 left. So face painting and shrine, I think we'll do both of those, even though we probably don't need either of them. Who's got plenty of survival left over? So Grand Weapon, no. Club, yes. Skittle, yes. All right, well, let's try the Peanut Brittle. 1, 2, 3. And she'll have 3 cracks at it, rolling it. 4, spend a survival. Into a 9, very nice. So she gets to 7 on Club, which is excellent. And then I think we probably spend an endeavour for drums now. And try and knock one of them up there. So we can get Club Mastery, which would be great. So if we spend 2 on drums, we should get there. So 2 on drums and 1 more on her for nightmare training. So we're giving up either face painting or shrine potentially. That's a 6, which turns into an 8. So we've just gained Club Mastery for the settlement. Boom. And she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, spending 3. 5 goes down to 2. Okay, we've got 1 left. So it's either Skittle has a crack at Scythe. We probably don't need to rush that. Don't think we need to rush that. So let's go for the face painting. Departing survivors gain 2 survival and an insanity. We roll a 9, so that's good. 1, 2, and 1 insanity. Okay. So effective use of our nightmare training. Let's go over our survivors because these are some absolute animals. Peppermint, our white speaker's going out. We're trying to rescue Alistair. So Peppermint's wearing this set. We're going to start chasing shield proficiency with Peppermint. She's going to use the hyperelastic shield and boink some guys. She's also got plenty of power to be able to wield that whip effectively because of her ridiculous strength. And if we need to, we can switch over to Fist and Tooth and we'll be even more powerful because we have acid palms, which is great. Yeah, so she is just absolutely obscene at this point, and yeah, that's it. Skittle is our scythe wielder. We've switched her over to a full singing set. She's got the singing armour. She's got a dry decanthus because we don't want her to die. We also don't want her to maybe get to see the truth, which would be bad. So she is in good shape as well. Scythe specialisation allows us to shuffle the hit location deck, which is pretty awesome. When you critically wound, guess what? That's what this scythe does. Jelly Shot, we've just bringing Jelly Shot out. This is our first ever hunt. We've got Club, I think. Yeah, we've got Club proficiency, but we've got specialisation now, so that's fine. I'm not really sure why I'm bringing her out, to be honest, but maybe because she's got the clever. Boost, also a new survivor. Boost is a good survivor though. We've got Blackguard style, which we've transferred over from the other survivor. We've doubled that up with the sword. So the sword, the hyperelastic sword that we're using, will be effective attack at power 8. So that's pretty good. And this guy's evasion is going to go through the roof to 6, as well as being able to ignore a hit. Our last survivor is Violet Crumble, and they are wearing crystal skin. And so because of that, they're just carrying all of our stuff in the scout gear, and that's it. Because they're fine. All right. So that's it. We're going to go for a spider again. So we've got Taken on the timeline at 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that this is a rescue mission. So at the end of the showdown, one of our survivors was taken. We also did Spidisiphus. We gained the survival. We haven't added cooking. We're not doing silk surgery. Yeah, so taken, if it's on the timeline and you trigger it, you're going for a rescue mission. So we're trying to rescue Alistair, which is cool. This one's bad, but we're not doing that one. So we are going to do a showdown Spidicules. And if we're really lucky, we may see some Bone Eaters, and that'd be fine because we need to get weapon proficiencies. And Hun XP for that matter. That one's upside down, so I'm going to turn it the other way because that probably means we've used it. Alright. So this is the monster. This is us. We're not going to use the red cloak. We don't need to get any more gear at this point in time. If we wanted to do crazy stuff with the transpose, we could go for a second set, but we won't. And yeah, next year's the pariah. So how good's that? So let's depart, and everyone should be pumping with survival. She does not have 152 insanity. That is a glitch. She has 17. Does that only on specific sets, and I really can't explain why. Got to ask Scribe Guy. Cool, so 10 survival, 7 survival, and 10 survival. So Jelly Shot's our weakest for survival. That's fine. So we will start with Peppermint. Peppermint flips cocoons. The survivor may nominate one among them with 3 courage to investigate. Well, we have several survivors with multiple courage. How many of them have explore? I don't think anyone. I think we're just all tinkers. Tinker, 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 tinker. What are you? You're also a tinker. Okay, yeah, so we'll just pick the person with the most insanity, which is Skittle, to do a search. Actually, we don't want a -1 speed token on her. We'll do it on Peppermint. Peppermint rolls a 10, so we're going to question marks. Done. Cool. Next spider event. A meat puppet. The event revealer may investigate. Cool. Well, we will investigate because we're understanding 9. We roll 18, which means we skip the next hunt event space. And that's cool. So a random hunt event for that one. I don't know about you. Bit of Taylor on your Sunday night. If you're feeling 22. Oh, I'm feeling good about this. Acid Rain. All survivors suffer monster level event damage to every hit location as they scramble to find shelter. But we do gain monster level survival. How much are we concerned about that? Because this could be a re-roll on one of our nuffies, and that would be fine. On like Jelly Shot. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to re-roll that on Jelly Shot into 62. Okay, space between the rocks. We have a pickaxe. Gain an iron. Excellent. Great re-roll. Great decisions. You called me up again last night, but this time I'm telling you, we are never getting back together. Okay, we'll go here. So it's this one, and it is a cave-in. Any survivors wearing heavy gear suffer the concussion severe head injury. So our scout is wearing heavy gear, as is this buffhead with the club. So the scout, violent crumble, concussion, brain injury, head injury is bleeding token and a disorder, I believe. Concussion, random disorder, bleeding token. So the random disorder we get here is prey, manageable, and also wearing heavy gear, which is the scavenger kit, disorder, indecision, and that. So we can now go into the Crystal Lake. I know, if any survivors are not wearing heavy gear, nominate one of them. Yeah, so it can't be the scout, which is okay. I think we'll send Peppermint in, because if she gets crystal skin, that'd be really good, because she's got Leyline Walker. If she doesn't get crystal skin, she rolls a 3. Actually, I should check the results here, just in case there is anything that is bad. I don't think there is. I think it's just gain a disorder or something. JKL. Mineral Gathering, 3. Yeah, gain a random disorder and 3 insanity. Fine. Add 2 to the result if you have a whip. She does have a whip. She gains an iron. Oh, you're beauty. Yep, so she was definitely the right call. Good work, Deno. So that's 2 iron. This has been a good day so far. The forest wants what it wants. Let's roll a dice. That's a 9. So that means that when we try to breach the gate, we only need to take like a bleeding token and some negative things. All right, so okay, test the gate. Gain a -1 attribute choice of your choice. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 gets us to a gracious aroma. So yeah, we'll just gain a -1 attribute token for everyone. No bleeding tokens. So the attribute token for her will be an evasion, she ignores it. The attribute token for M will be an evasion, ignores it. The attribute token will be an evasion, she ignores it. Evasion, ignores it, and that's it. Cool. That's a really cool one with the inversion fighting art, because you can gain a luck and invert it into a fighting art, into a luck, which is great. Here, no bone eaters today. This guy's got an aggressive hunt phase. 44. If we had that Christmas chick, she'd be moving towards us. Twice now. Opportunists. So, do we take this? At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. We gain half the basic resources and half the monster resources. That is an interesting choice, because we've got the Reaper Jaw, so we'll get 6 spider resources anyway. 5 wounds is good. Yeah, we're going to take that. We're going to take that when we're swimming in resources, so I don't think we need to push our luck here. The lonely bridge. We inch our way across the silk because of our combined courage. And this one is picked clean. No, we'll just roll a random hunt event. 0, 9. Very close to that which we do not name. He who will not be named. It's a golden light. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We need to do mineral gathering, herb gathering, by the way, so we'll do that now. 3. So it's jelly shot. Okay. Jelly shot has to roll twice because of indecision and pick the worst option in golden light. Gain a courage and roll 1d10. A 9 or a 6. We'll take a 6. Monster level damage to a random hit location. That's monster level damage to the arms. 1, 2, 3. Gain a courage, which means they are prepared. Their prepared roll is a 3, which is gain a strength token for the upcoming showdown. And that's it. Golden light, done. That's fine. Yeah, so let's do herb gathering. So we'll just roll dice. Everyone gains a survival. 1 survival. Dice. 20. So we're at 30 after our first roll. We're at 40. We are at 53. 63, 70. So how badly do we want to go deeper? No, that's fine. We'll just roll 50 dice for the next one. So everyone gains a survival, and that's it. And now mineral gathering. We should have done that first, but that's okay. Our scout with the pickaxe is going to mineral gather. They're going to roll a 2. No! We've already got 2. Great. JKLMN. Mineral gather. A 2 is gain insanity and the hemophobia disorder. Ah, well, violent crumble. Hemophobia. Okay, so we make it to the showdown. We don't get any iron out of that event. We have to set up 2 random terrain cards. So the second thing I did wrong, there's supposed to be 6 of those little silk things out there. I only put 1. I was in a bit of a rush. So additional terrain card number 1 is a perfect lantern. Oof. Additional terrain card number 2 is a bug patch. Perfect lantern is just compounding this situation, really. We don't have anyone with hoarder, so where is it? 4 spaces away from the board edge, 5 spaces. Okay, apply arrival bonuses. We don't have any arrival bonuses. Scouty doesn't have a cloak to hide in now, so that's okay. Scouty's going to stay pretty far away for this fight. This is our money makers here. The money maker show, boom. The scythe, boom. This, boom. Money makers, money makers. Okay, so spiderling action we know. These all gain bleed. This has got spawn. And after damage bleed, it starts with necrotoxins, is that right? Necrotoxins starts with bleed, so cool. So everyone's just going with bleed. I've already set up the deck. This has been a really fun campaign. All right, I realised we have the clever, so we can actually set up anywhere we want. Where do we want to set up with our What do we want to set up with our guy? Yeah, I'm probably okay with just being in range, actually. That's fine. So, at the start of the showdown, this guy suffers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds because of the hunt event that we have. And that's very nice. Let's just make sure everyone's got all their stuff here. So speed 3, that's fine. Transcended Masochist hasn't gained a bleeding token. Matchmaker, no. Jelly Shot, Indecision's fine. They're clever. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We've got a strength token there. Cool. Skits. Skits is just a glorious survivor. Nothing special for her. And Peppermint. Well, Peppermint's just absolutely eliminating shit here. Yeah. Oh, this is just glorious. Okay, so we'll do the spider. He's going to flip his first card, and it is Pulverize, the closest threat in facing in range. Oh, hang on a second. At the start of his turn, he performs Spawn. Spawn is place a spiderling in an unoccupied space adjacent to the nest as close to a survivor as possible. I was doing it adjacent to her, which is bad. This guy's going to move to here, and he's going to have an attack on... Look at that height. We're going to have an attack on the person who has evasion 6, which is our tank here. We're going to surge with boost to put up a block with the hyper-elastic sword, would you believe? Because of Blackguard style. Sword in your gear grid, gain block 1. Excellent. With 4 evasion, 6 evasion, sorry, bonus evasion. So this 4-speed attack will only hit if it rolls 8s. Seems okay. So we've rolled, oh, I think that was a 5, a 9, an 8. So we'll block 1 and we'll dodge 1. So we'll spend a survival to dodge, which means that all of those hits don't trigger. And then with Pulverize, unfortunately, he's just going to run away. And his speed, 16. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So our next attack with a sword this round gains 2 accuracy, 2 strength, and 2 speed. So that's fine. Alright, well I guess we're not chasing the spider at this time. Do we want to surge before he goes and runs away? Yeah, we'll have a little cheeky surge with the scythe, I think. Before he runs away. A little cheeky surge with the scythe. 2 hits. So we've done a surge with Skittle, we've done a surge with Boost. And so we've done 2 hits. That is the segmented ears and a tricky forelegs. The wound. So we'll roll this one first. It's anything but. So that's a wound. The tricky forelegs gets added to the leg pile. We do that. And that is a critical, which is good for us, but bad for him. He gains a -1 speed token until his next turn, but yeah, all fine. Take a wound. A wound. Didn't perform spawn from that, so that's that. This little spooter, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice one, chump. Okay, so our turn. So we will move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she's going to go and try and open some silk. Yep, so she'll do that. Or does she just put up a block? We probably don't need to risk the silk. We're not building a silk set, but I would like the spinnerets set thing that reduces hits. Um, yes. What am I trying to decide here? How badly I want silk. So it's a 4+, you gain the priority target token, but you gain a web silk either way. You just might be knocked down with a spider. Yeah, we don't need a block. We'll do it. We'll roll a dice. It's a 7, so we gain the priority target token. That's kind of not really an issue for us. We gain a silk. The egg sac explodes. Should prepare these things in advance. There's me silk. Get that out. Alright, so I'll just grab out some more silk just in case we need it. And the silken nervous system, which we will need also. She's the priority target. That's okay. We'll probably make that happen elsewhere. Alright, so this little guy, 1, 2, 3, we're going to swing because it's with a sword, the hyper-elastic sword. We're +2 speed now. So these are all hitting, yep, and they're wounding on 2s. 1, 4, yep. So that's a dead spiderling. It explodes. Boop. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She does not have a shield, so that's okay, but she does have the belching bagpipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which needs an 8 wounds to deal with. And she'll just go 1. What's her speed actually? She's speed 6? Yeah, she's speed 6. What a superstar. Alright, she'll try for the pyrolytic light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scout 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay. That's going to be our turn. We know this guy's the thing. It's speed 16, so it is going to be able to get us. At the start of its turn, it's going to plonk out a spiderling, and then it's going to flip its AI card, and it flips a legendary, the last survivor to wound in range. We know it's her anyway. Speed 3, accuracy 2+. Wow, this is going to be a bad one. Move and attack target. Can we get out of range if we were to dash? No, I don't think we will. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Maybe we do get out of range. Okay, well, we'll try dashing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's only speed 5. She's removed that now. And the spider's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It does not get in range. That's lucky. I kind of actually want to see this card because I've been playing this game for I don't know how long, and I've never seen this puppet's embalming. I want to go and have a look at it over here. Literally never seen it. Your blood has been replaced. If the settlement innovated bloodletting, you may proceed to the 9-10 result. Oh my god, we get Silk Surgeon. Gain a permanent accuracy. So the scythe is out of the showdown for the rest of the showdown, but if we win, they become a Silk Surgeon. Assuming they don't die in this attack. Is that right? unless another survivor gains the stalk. It's 5 damage a swing. Yeah, alright, let's try it. Let's get Silk Surgeon. This is a dumb play. It's a dumb play. Let's go for it. It's 5 speed, hitting on that. We're gonna surge for a block instead of dashing. So fine. Okay, so it's 4 hits. So where do these go? Use that die so we can see it. Body, head, head, boots. So we will dodge the body. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I meant the head. 4, 5. And the boots. 1, 2, 3. We now have a survivor that has been applied to the stalk puppet roll. Okay, so that is very interesting. And we now full move the Spidey Achilles to the center of the showdown board. Look, that could be a terrible play. We have another opportunity to block here with Boosty, so we will. So this little Spidey Achilles, 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy needs 10s to hit with his 3 speed attack. Good luck, little buddy. No. Oh, does a 9 hit? No, he literally needs 10s. So that's fine. All right. Let's try and get this. I'm really glad now that we went for that 5 wounds hunt event because I really want to win this showdown so I can put a Silk Surgeon into my settlement. Never had Silk Surgeon. Been playing this game, played 26 campaigns, never had Silk Surgeon. How fun indeed. Okay, whatever we do, we need to get Pyrolytic Light. So we've just missed an opportunity to grab the Pyrolytic Light with one of our people. So we'll try the Scout. 1, 2, 3. Let's assume I'm not an idiot. So we need an 8+ here. Come on, Dino. That was a 9. So that is a successful Pyrolytic Light from the Scout. Excellent. And we archive this terrain. So the Scout has a Pyrolytic Light, so we've got access to all of the wonders that are available from the blacksmith thing. What is happening? So that's this bad boy. It is Lantern Year 15. We do have a blacksmith. Not yet, actually. But we will be very shortly. Or we could use that as an iron. That's also fine. Alright, let's get the Dome Buster in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is not reach 2, so we're going to dash with Jelly Shot. Jelly Shot's going to swing with 2 accuracy. A lot of accuracy, so that's a hit. There is a reflex. The attacker gains the priority target. But the Dome Buster is strength a lot. So that's going to surpass 1, 2. And not knock it down, but we are going to gain all Spiderlings perform Spiderling action. Target the thingy one at a time. We'll actually use boost to... He's already surged. Damn. Spiderling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't get into range. Did I put a Spiderling out at the start of the turn? I don't think I did. So it would have gone... I got too excited with my thing. So it would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would attack there as well. 3 misses as well. So this one will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all fine. We're fine. That's all good. So we're going to dash. We already dashed. We're going to surge with Jelly Shot. So let's just clean this up a bit, Dino. Slow down. So we've surged to block. We've surged and dashed to move into play. And Violent Crumble has had a turn. and she's had a turn as well, basically. So we're actually on the spider's thing there, swinging with the Dome Buster. It's a 7, which is a hit. It's a tricky forelegs. It's a critical, which doesn't do anything, but it does surpass for 2 wounds. 1, 2. The little hyperelastic sword guy, he's just going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll swing with the hyperelastic sword. He hits twice. Wounds, so one of those little spiderlings is dead. The other one is fine. So done and done. Proficiency point earned. Skittle did get a scythe proficiency point, which is the other reason why we're okay for that. All right, let's get Peppermint in there. She'll dash. She's going to have a swing with her shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So she's into the blind spot at the back there. She's swinging with her shield. The hyperelastic shield normally hits on an 8. She's going to be hitting on a 6. That's a perfect hit, which doesn't do anything, I don't think. Nope. So there is a failure reaction here, but she will wound on a 2+, I'm pretty sure, because it is strength 12. So that's a 4. We do not fail. We gain the first of our many challenging shield proficiency points that we are working towards. Peppermint could surge now and swing with the whip. Yeah, we'll do that. She'll spend a survival to surge. She'll swing with the whip. Now the whip is going to be real good. It's hitting on a 3+. We get a perfect hit, so we discard a mood in play. Yes, we just discarded necrotoxins, which actually doesn't do anything, but it's actually a net loss for us because it's kind of an extra wound in the deck, but that's okay. 3 hit locations, 1, 2, tricky forelegs. Oh, the trap! All survivors are doomed. Perform spawn. So we're going to put a spiderling there. Full move the Spidercules away from the attacker. Place all spiderlings that are currently on the showdown board, attacking the person, as many as possible. That's fine. I just realised you were there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's a long way away. Cool, so first spiderling, it's going to cause bleed on her. She doesn't have a block up, she's doomed. She's evasion 4 though. So that is 1, 2, 2 hits. Those 2 hits go to the boots in the hand, and they are 1, 2, 1, 2, and the first time she gains a bleeding token, thanks to Story of Blood, she gains a survival, and she hasn't suffered knockback. Yep, so that's fine. So the second spider, 1, 5, and a 10. So the 10 is a hit, and it gets her on the head. 1, 2. She suffers a bleed, and that's all. What are we going to do now? That's it. That's it. So we're going to spawn again another spider. It's going to appear. They're starting to become a problem, but that's not a problem for us. What does this guy draw? Not a problem for our A team of winners. Our A team of winners. The winner team. Alright, we draw. Feed, survivor in blind spot. No, the closest survivor in facing and in range, so it is her. What we might do with her, seems like a waste actually with her. Yeah, so we're going to dash with boost. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And he'll swing with the hyperelastic sword on a little spider. He hits twice, fails to wound, kills the spider. And then we are going to dash away. So we're dashed and surged with boost, and we're going to dash away with jelly shot. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think we're better off going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And he's going to end up there. And then these two are going to go, but we are going to surge with her with a whip first to just get rid of one of those little idiots before two of them attack us. So yeah, 3-speed whip, hitting on a 2+, that's 3 hits. Wounding on a 2+, it's a 4, it's a 4, and a 3. So we did 3 wounds to one of these spiders. It's a shame I can't whip around into the other one. That guy attacks her. 1, 6, and 2. That's 3, 4 misses. Needed 8s to hit there. That is the end of the spider's turn. So we still have her to go. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll swing with her attack. That's a hit. There is a wound. If we roll a wound, which we fail, which is a real shame, so we'll surge. We hit. That's a wound. Assuming it's the cunning forelegs, it's not a fail. And because of the Dome Buster, that is 2 wounds. And that's that. So let's go with the sword. 1, 2, 3 to there. We'll swing with the hyperelastic sword. So it's a 5 and a 6, that's 2 hits. Tricky forelegs and a reflex, that's okay. So the tricky forelegs to wound, we roll a wound, so we gain our sword proficiency point, and they go into the leg pile. Sword proficiency point, so she's done, he's done, surged. Done. And now we're going to do this reflex. If we wound this reflex, if we're critical, it'd be nice. Oh, it's an 8. Do you have any luck by any chance, Jelly boost? No luck. Okay. So all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer bash and knockback 5. Perform spawn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The scout didn't do the wound. There we go. Okay, we'd probably just go for undeathable now, just to be safe, but no, that's fine. So she's already got a shield proficiency point, so I'm just going to swing on her with the whip. She's just going to get to safety. A 5 and a 6 is 2 hits. 2+, that's a wound. So that little spiderling's dead, and she'll just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're both knocked down, but they stand up for free at the start of the monster's turn. The scout, let's just go 1, 2, 3, and try and get a dagger wound, I think. Cool. Mood, when this comes into play, perform basic action. Speaking of, we're going to get this guy here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, so that's fine. Full move the spiderlings directly away. Alright, sweet. Basic action. Who does basic action target? The closest threat in facing and in range. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or no, it's her. So she has got Singing Cap on. Jelly Shot. So this is a 4-speed attack hitting on 4s. So 2, 4, 5, and 7. So it's 3 hits. Down to 2 because of the Singing Cap. Body and boots. Body is 1, 2, 3. Boots, 1, 2, 3. And then the spiderlings are going to go. They've got Very little chance here. So we'll roll 3 dice and a 10 on this guy. No 10s, so that's it. All right, don't need to do many wounds to win this showdown. The best option is the Dome Buster because it has Surpass. So we will attempt to swing with the Dome Buster. We hit. There's a Cunning Forelegs. We Surpass, so we do 1 and then 2. And then we'll Surge, hit, Surpass, and also critical if there's a critical hit location. There is not. So how many legs have we got in the pile now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is also surpassing. So we've got 2 wounds left. Everyone has got their proficiency points except for the Scout. So she surged. So the Scout's going to dash. Go a little Violent Crumble. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And swing with the Grimjaw. Hitting on 5 plus, 4 plus, 3 plus. That's 3 hits. See, now if we draw the trap now, it'll be very disappointing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's a failure reaction. We are only failing on strengths. Yeah, we're failing on a 1, so we'll take that one. So that's a wound. So if we roll a 1 on this one, or anything but a 1 on that one, that's a wound. Spider is defeated, and we gain our bonus resource. And we get our Puppets Embalming, which is awesome. So yes, if the showdown ends in victory, Puppets Embalming. So we're doing Puppets Embalming. We have Bloodletting. We proceed to the 9-10 result. We gain a permanent accuracy and Silk Surgeon. What is that? That is so exciting. Oh my God. It's, okay, maybe we are going for silk armor. So I'm actually going to go and grab some silk from the web silk things before we do that. I need to find out what that secret fighting art does because that is nuts. Rank 1, rank 2. Gain 2 evasion. Rank 3. You can just revive people. Oh my God, and a permanent accuracy. Giddy up. Okay, so we're completing the showdown. Everyone's gaining their hunt XP. We're returning and advancing the year. And I'll just go grab some silk. So the first one is a 9, so that's a silk. And then we can dash to the second one. And it doesn't matter, that's 2 silk. So we didn't get Spidicissiphus. We're only getting 2 basics, 4 Spidicules resources, but we do get 1, 2. We do get an additional 2 thanks to the Grimjaw and the Scavenger kits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. We got that Venomous Heart. And then we also get one of these. The Aggregate Silk Land with the Poison Partisan. Tremendous. Let's have a look at our timeline. Oh, look, we've got a Bone Witch. That might be enough spiders for a while, I reckon. Actually, we'll see how many silk we get. The returning survivor with the highest insanity must endeavour at the Bone Witch. So I think that's going to be... Oh, we also need to do Taken. Peppermint 17. Skittle 19. So it will be Skittle going to the Bone Witch shortly. But first, we'll do this, and then we'll do Taken. Alright, so the left pile is number 5, and the right pile is number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. A Triathlon of Death, or Haunted. We will do Haunted, thank you very much. See, this one is just actually silly. Because it says nominate a survivor, each player. I have one player, so I can just nominate one survivor. No, I'm going to do that. That's the rules. Hello, Tour. Yes, it's Kingdom Death time at the moment, mate. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, but it is. And I love it. And so that's all it is. That's all there is to it. I love it, and it's great. Candy's movement 7. Do I want to make her movement 8? Do I want to give Peppermint movement 8, a skull, and a weapon proficiency with shield for free? Or do we give it to Summer to get her free dagger? Or do we give it to Skittle to get Scythe happening? Yeah, let's try Skittle. She gets a movement, she gets a weapon proficiency level. Did she get 1 too? Haha, thank you. That's good. Yeah, what did she roll? Oh yeah. When did she get understanding 9? Let's have a look here. Survival. When did her understanding... Oh yeah, there's going to be plenty of that. Understanding increased to 9. Happened in Lantern Year 14, so... I think she needed to do White Secret, did she? I don't have a roll in there, so... I've definitely got a few survivors with understanding 9, but... Yeah, so Summer's got Heartstrings. She's got Peppermint, yeah. Oh, that's right, she did Undeathable, so she didn't die. That's right. Oh, that's so good. Coconut Rough, what did you get? You got 1 too. Oh, that's so good. I'm so happy about that. Cool. So a Triathlon of Death is completed. Let's see if we can rescue Alistair from the clutches of the spider. Let's see if we can rescue Alistair from the clutches of the spider. Come on, team. Save him. All right, so he has been taken, and we roll a dice. We do have a lifetime re-roll if we want. We roll a 3. The nominated survivor gains a random disorder and is returned to the settlement. Well done, Alistair. Your random disorder that you have achieved is Vermin Obsession. Tremendous. Now we're going to go hunt some dung beetle knights now, I think. Okay, what else have we got? We got Bone Witch. So the random returning survivor with the most insanity is going to not roll a 1 or a 2. It's a 7. So they gain extra sense and 3 survival. Extra sense is pretty damn good on Skittle. Vengeance for the low cost of a bone resource. Yes, please. Extra sense. And gains 3 survival. Okay, so our number of endeavours goes down by 1. Let's enter in our resources. So, in the storage, against the spider killies, we have an aggregate silk gland, a small appendages, an arachnid heart, a venom sac, an exoskeleton, an unlaid eggs, a stomach, and that's it. So we're going to archive that bone so we don't get that bone. So we're going to get a monster bone. Oh, we got pyrolytic light and 2 iron. I forgot about that. Strange resources we picked up. We got 2 web silk. 1, 2. We got a pyrolytic light. We got 3 web silk. And we got 2 iron. And that is pretty much a victorious showdown, I think. Plus a bone and a question marks. So we're going to archive the bone and the question marks right now to do an innovate. And I'm going to do that first, so we can see what we're playing with here. Alright, the first one we get is stop drawing memento mori. Stop drawing storytelling. Scarification. Heart flute. I told Bra that I would take heart flute, so we'll take heart flute. I actually want to do scarification because I want to level up my story of blood. And if we've got some dried acanthus, it's actually a no risk roll. Oh, I promised Bra I'd take heart flute. I promised him I'd take heart flute, so we'll take heart flute. That's for you, Bra. Okay, so we've got heart flute. We're feeling pretty solid right now. Let's look at how many things we've got. Okay, we've got 11. Oh. How many scrap do we have? Yeah, we don't have enough scrap to be able to craft the blacksmith, I'm pretty sure. So the blacksmith comes from scrap smelting. And so we need 6 bone and 2 scrap. We can craft the silk mill though, so let's do that. The silk mill from the silk something. Silk refining. Costs us 2 silk, a bone and an organ. So we'll spend that. 2 silk. Yep, good work, Deno. Strange resource. 2 silk. A bone and an organ. We did also get a black lichen, so I'm just going to spend them because I'm lazy. And we also got a silken nervous system when we killed that guy as well. Level 3. Excellent. Alright, so we have the silk mill in our settlement. And we can now craft some things. What can we craft from the silk mill? Is there anything of interest at this point? We did gain the poison partisan pattern. So we could potentially craft the poison partisan, which is a good spear, a fun spear that I would like to play with. What do we need to craft you? We need a venom sac, a silk gland, an iron and 3 bone. So we can craft the poison partisan. We can also craft some dung beetle night gear because we have the iron now. So let's definitely do that. That is of more excitement to me than the... So the greaves requires what? Scarab shell, beetle horn and 2 iron, and this requires leather. Okay, so let's make leather and let's go see if we can find some scrap around the settlement. We can. We'll try again. We cannot. We'll try one more time. We can, and so we're then going to craft an iron using a thing there. So we get 1 iron for free, as well as the leather. So 1 iron, and we had to archive 3 scrap for that, and I think we've got 1 broken lantern, 2 broken lanterns, and then where's our other scrap from? Croc? No. Spidicules, you got scrap, have you? Spinnerets. Oh, that's what we use to make the thing. Yeah, that's fine. I'm doing it. Because those two items are far superior. So we're going to craft from the wet resin crafter and leather. How much leather do we want to make? Resources. So that's gone, that's gone. So 1 leather, 2 leather, 3 leather, 4 leather, 5 leather, 6 leather, 7 leather. 7 leather should be sufficient for our purposes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Alright, so this lantern here we are facing off against the level 2 pariah, which is very exciting. So let's craft some greaves. And let's craft some shoulder pads. So do we want to bury both of them now? Now let's do some weapon proficiency rolls first. And we're not going to make a blacksmith as yet. Alright, let's move over here because that's annoying me. So weapon proficiency rolls, who do we want? Scythe. We will attempt to get Scythe Mastery in this settlement phase. So spend 3 survival. That's an 8. 1, 2, 3. So we might just have a Scythe Master. We've got to do an age roll too, by the way. We roll a 9, which is at age 10, gain a random fighting arts. We'll take Mighty Strike. Very cool. Alright, I've got to think about this. Man, we have just been on an absolute tear. On a tear. Okay, Spidicules, you've been great. I look forward to using the Poison Partisan very soon when the time is ripe. The time is not ripe right now because we are about to hunt the Pariah at level 3. Is this Pariah? No, that's God Hand. Okay. Spidicules, that is a fun fight. He's really fun to do early on in a campaign. He really puts pressure on early on in a campaign, Spidicules does, because he steals your population and he messes with you. And he creates a lot of interesting challenges in the settlement phase. But unfortunately his gear isn't great, and that results in the effort that you go into to fight that guy not feeling like it's worthwhile. Alright, I have got 4 endeavours left to spend, and we can get Scythe Mastery with Skittle by spending 3 of those and rolling an 8 or a 9. That definitely seems like a good use of our resources. If we can make it happen. So let's try for that. So she's got 1, 2, 3, and we got 1. And we need to roll an 8 or a 9. Let's try the pink dice. That's a 2, so we'll spend a survival into a 3. We'll spend a survival into a 2, and this is our last chance to roll an 8 or a 9. Oh, that was a 7, but it was cocked into a 4. Damn, all right. Okay, so no free scythe proficiency this lantern year. All right, so we're gonna use 1 for shrine, 1 for face painting, and our last one will probably go towards the legless ball at a web silk, and we'll do that. Strange at a web silk. All right, so what can we craft from the silk mill? Is there anything at all that we want? I don't think so. What do you require? Web silk, okay. What do you require? Exoskeleton, they gave away. 2 web, I'm not giving up those, get out of here. The turban. The turban's so dumb. Why is that? Why is that like that? And the wraps. Okay, so I mean the silk set's not bad, but we've got better sets at this point, and we're about to go for blacksmith, so. Okay, we need to decide the survivors that we want to go out against the pariah. So she is stunning. We have to send her out again, I think. So we want to get that shield proficiency. Summer will send her out. She's great. Are we going for the A team, are we? So they gain no punishment for going out. Maybe we send out, yeah, we'll go Boost again. He kept his thing, he's quite good. Let's send out Dr. Pepper. We don't have a good axe at this point, but that's no problemo. Jelly Shot is not going out, I don't think. Peanut Brittle, Sweet Battle. We've got Inversion. Maybe we'll just get Coconut Rough out there as well to try and get this grand weapon. We've already got the understanding. Yep. Okay, so we are going for good survivors. That's possibly a concern. No, we're going to be fine. So we don't need to go for this whip situation, but we're going to keep that anyway, just to potentially discard a mood in play. So her loadout is fine. Coconut Rough. She is wanting to get grand weapon. Okay, when attacking with a grand weapon, gain +1 accuracy. If you critically wound, the monster is knocked down. She is strength 5. So we probably want her to be this one. We don't need the scavenger kit. That is not what we need. Probably the belching bagpipes will keep. So we'll dome buster her. And we'll have a decision what we need with that. Belching bagpipes we'll put on the scout probably. We don't need the pickaxes or that. So that'll go there. We don't need Grimjaw because he doesn't have a monster deck. So we're not taking a scout with what's the name? So that will just be Stoneface Cloak and Belly Boots. Who is the scout we're taking? Dr. Pepper's our scout, are they? Oh, Dr. Pepper is the scout. Good work, Dr. Pepper. In case you haven't clicked on this fact yet, all my scouts are coming in black. Alright, scout. Infernal Rhythm. So that's done, reset, perfect. Alright, Summer is not a scout anymore. So Summer is going to go with what? Ignore black and red, or the singing side. No, we'll go the ignore hits one. That's what we got for you. So I guess Summer's actually going to go for this. The scythe. We're not taking the scythe chick out with that. Alright. I mean, sure. Summer is in yellow. Oof. We could be on for a monster here. We could be on for an absolute tear up of this poor guy. Okay, so Peppermint's set. She stays the same. She's now got a whip and she's going for shield proficiency. Summer is going to be the scythe person. So that's going to basically stay the same. We probably want to put a dagger on her so she can get a dagger thing. So I have got a good dagger. We have Candy's dagger, which is called the sharpened heel. So we'll think about adding that to there. So that's fine. So Coconut Ruff is wielding this Dome Buster set. So we're going to get rid of the scavenger kit. We do need a green down. What do we put there? Bandages, very good, just in case bleeding becomes a problemo. And yeah, we'll go Acanthus up there actually. She's not the clever. Yep, so it's bandages and Acanthus, no belching bagpipes. I don't need to worry about doing that. Staying the same. That's got the belching bagpipes instead. Excellent. All right, we are ready to rock and roll on this guy's showdown, and that is great. We've got a shrine roll and a face painting roll to do. So let's do our shrine roll. We roll a 4, so everyone departs with armor at all hit locations, and we've got a face painting roll. Battle paint, we gain 2 survival and 1 insanity on departure. Two survival, 1 insanity. So Summer is going to put the sharpened heel on. She does have that. We'll probably aim for the scythe, but yes. Coconut Ruff has an innate luck, does she? Oof, she is punishing. Alright. And 1 armor to all hit locations. Let's depart. Alright, this pariah. Level 2. What has he got going on for us? We'll go and have a look at his book in the thing very shortly. Alright, we don't need the pitons. That's the inverted pariah, so we don't need that. Oh, I just remembered this is all bad stuff. This is maybe a bad play. I should have just sent out nuffies for this fight. I should have sent out nuffies. Somatic empathy. Oh no, because we can archive the belching bagpipes. Oh, that's so great. Maybe this is actually a genius play. I don't know. I shouldn't have done this. I should have taken crap guys out. I mean, it's fine. They're all going to be okay, likely, but I don't want them to get all these bad disorders. Okay, so we've got Cyclopean Cruelty. We don't have inverted. We don't have pitons. We don't need those. We don't need those. Where's his card? That's the inverted one, Deno. Where's his non-inverted pariah card? There it is. Okay. So he's got 8, 7, and 1. He's got Cyclopean Cruelty, which is, again, a priority target. And he's drawing an extra AI card. So that's great. Somatic Static. None of these are used. None of these are used. We don't have Jagged Grotto. So B, 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 B. L, 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 A, 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 B, A, B, B, A. So 6 of these, 8 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. And 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Ooh, do I grab out the Inversion Singing Club instead of the Dome Buster? Ooh, that's an interesting call. Maybe I will, just so we've got a backup option to archive stuff from the thing. Curse Hammer, so I can do that here. Get rid of that here. Pop that here. That's all fine. Everyone's happy with that. All right, I reckon we're ready to go. Let's just open his book and see if I've missed anything from this glorious guy. The Fiend. Dark Secret. Scramble to survive. There he is. There he is. We go first. Okay, 2 random terrain cards. We're over here. We don't have a silk sack thing. All right, the first one is a silk nest again. Excellent. The second one is a waypoint. Great. Both of those are absolutely rubbish for us. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I don't need either of those on the board. I'm not using that, and I'm not using the other one. All right, the pariah. Here he is. Get ready to get fucked up, guy. All right, scouts over here. This is here. This is here. This is here. And this is here. She's actually movement 6, so she's going to go there. She's got reach 2. Perfect. We go first. We have done all of the shuffling. We've done all of the things that we are required to do. So we can start this showdown. All right, let's just check something here. So Dr. Pepper has Infernal Rhythm. You may spend spend a thing to play an instrument in your gear grid. Reveal the next 3 monster hit locations, then put them back in any order. When you activate an instrument, gain a lantern token. So we're going to do that with the Scout. We're going to activate the Belching Bagpipes to look at the top 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. That's an Impervious Super Dense. And that's a failure, and that's a failure. So these are all fine. So let's go in with the Dome Buster because we know that we're likely to get 2 swings. Okay, so Dr. Pepper's done and gained a token on the Belching Bagpipes. Coconut Ruff is going to dash. Oh, we need a shield in our shield grid. Yeah, we're putting a shield in our grid. Oh, we need that so badly. we haven't done it, so that's fine. Oh, that's so great. Okay, so anyway, calm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She dives into the blind spot. She swings with the Dome Buster. She hits. Now she is swinging with a grand weapon, so she gets +1 accuracy, so she hits on a 2+. We know that this is a failure reaction, and we know that we're critting on 8 or something. That's a 9, so that is a critical. All non-deaf survivors place a token on somatic static. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Pretty sure no one's deaf. So no, 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 no. Great. So nobody's deaf. So we've criticaled. All non-deaf survivors place a token on somatic static. We do 2 wounds because of surpass. So we're going to roll this. Flip all your positive attribute tokens to their negative ones. Now we haven't officially wounded yet, so we're not going to have any. So that's fine, but now we're going to place, because she's got battle drunk, we're going to place a -1 accuracy and a +1 strength on her. So she's got battle drunk. Yep. So that's fine. She's marked off her proficiency point, so that's okay. The second wound is suffer 1 damage to the waist that ignores armor. We're okay with that too. So Coconut Ruff has had her turn, she's dashed, and we're now going to surge with her. So swinging with Coconut Ruff. That's a perfect hit on a perfect hit with a grand weapon. No, it's on a critical wound. Oh, the monster's knocked down. He's knocked down, so we ignore reactions. So that's even better. So this reaction is ignored because he's on the ground. That's a wound, and because of our strength token, that is also a surpass. So tremendous. So we go 1. So this is exchange all attributes and bleeding tokens with a random other survivor. Perfect. We don't have any bleeding tokens, so the random other survivors will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our sword guy, oh my god, that is actually awesome. Gains the -1 accuracy token as well as the +1 strength token, which means he's got a bonus towards the black and red cuirass for ignoring hits. This is all going very well so far. She has 22. Okay, so Thrill Seeker, no. Battle Drunk, when you're knocked down, archival them. Coprolalia, Indecision, Grounded Tinker, Steadfast Friend, Specialization, Grand Weapon. Perfect. So that was the first of the 2 wounds. The second of the 2 wounds is gain the Dead Inside impairment. Now I think that means you cannot gain survival, so we will use our token to archive that. So we've got 8. 8 is the magic number for the belching bagpipes, or 6 for the curse hammer. Okay. Great start. So let's do Summer. We know there's an impervious hit location, but let's go with her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll swing with the scythe. She's accuracy 3, so it's hitting on 2 pluses. It's knocked down actually, so it's hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits. The impervious super dense we know. That one we know. What we know now. Okay, this is great. So we're going to critically wound, hopefully. We do critically wound. So we're going to gain Battle Drunk. So we're going to gain a -1 accuracy and a +1 strength. So that doesn't actually do a wound because of the impervious super dense, but we don't want to get +2 permanent movement at the cost of a thing. So this one is all survivors place a token on somatic static. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we do a wound, and so we flip. Cyclopean Discord. That's a legendary card. Lose 3 survival. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And if you have 0 survival, suffer the mortal terror brain trauma. We do not have that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I really want to get rid of that from the game. I don't want that to be in here. And this one is flip one of your negative attribute tokens to its opposite side. Oh, thank you. And this one says, suffer 1 damage to the head hit location that ignores armor. We'll archive one of our tokens to do that. So Summer has done her movement. We will now, no, we'll let her go. She's done. Oh, she's awesome. What is going on? Okay, so we'll go with our sword guy, Boost. He's going to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got the hyperelastic sword. He's swinging in the rear. Remember, Pariah is knocked down. So we hit twice with the hyperelastic sword. And we get an ignored first strike and a wicked ancillary thing. So this guy being knocked down is really nice. That I'm really enjoying that. So this sword is now strength 8. So we do actually need to roll 5 to wound this. We rolled 2, so we failed that one, but we hit that one. So that's a wound on that. We need to do that in a second. We'll just see what else he's got. So, oh no, he's actually got +1 strength, so he needs temporary strength, temporary accuracy. Cool, gain an accuracy and a strength with swords. Sword in your gear grid, yep, that's fine. Okay, so we did need a 4, but that's okay, we still wounded. Okay, gain the prey disorder and set your insanity to 0. You can't spend survival unless you're insane. I think we'll give that a miss. That's that. So sword proficiency has been earned. And he's done as well as dashing. Coconut Ruff has earned her grand weapon. Summer hasn't earned her dagger. All right, the scout is going to go. The scout's going to surge, spending a survival, and we're going to look at the next 3 hit locations. That is activating a weapon in our grid. So the belching bagpipe has 2. The next 3 hit locations are 1, 2, 3. Failure, failure, reflex, all ignored because the monster is knocked down. So we will send in Peppermint with her hyperelastic shield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'll swing with the hyperelastic shield. It hits on a perfect hit because of her strength. The shield is 12, so we are at 2+ to wound. We know this hit location has a failure, but we don't care about that. We roll a critical and we gain an understanding and sundering. Ah, this freaking game. We are on a tear. All right, so we gain a -1 strength token. Okay, buddy. If you say so, I would be happy to. All right, interesting choice now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we start next turn and we archive all of those. We swing with fist and tooth, so we can't possibly fail the thing. Yes. So she will swing with fist and tooth, surging, hitting on 3s, That's a 4 and a 3, so that's 2 hits. These reactions are ignored because the clown's lying down on the ground having a jolly old time. We critical that one. Archive all your negative attribute tokens. Sure. And this does gain a -1 luck token. Yeah, okay. That's fine by me. We don't really need luck at this point. And this one, that's a critical anyway. Oh, we're going to do Sundering, don't we? We gain a survival. So we're going to do Sundering as well. Oh, this has been a great showdown. What is the thing that we get for this one? Suffer the maniacal laughter brain trauma. I'll discard that one because that's we're knocked down. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's gain 1d5 insanity and you're knocked down and we stand up at the start of the turn thanks to the thing. We're going to do Sundering though, so let's see if we are going to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free. You're free but terrified to be alone on your day. Permanently ignore the effects of somatic empathy. Okay, so we don't need to do this then. So yeah, we gain fear of the dark. It's no problems for us. And we permanently ignore the effects of somatic empathy. So ignore somatic empathy. So we don't have to do anything else now. So all those wounds are still okay. Everything's still fine. Fear of the dark we're going to be able to clear using bloodletting. It's all fine. Okay, it is going to be the monster's turn. He's going to stand up at the start of his turn, as do we. Not that we need to. Before the monster goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are going to undeathable all of our survivors by spending a surge on the scout, which also counts as activating a weapon. So we gain our 3rd token on there using Infernal Rhythm. When you activate an instrument, gain a lantern token. At the start, you may spend 5 lantern tokens to stir their blood. They gain an extra activation, basically. So those are all archived. He does not do anything to us. That feels really, really nasty to this poor little pariah. What's he ever done to us? All right, Lashing Curses. All non-deaf survivors intimidate all targets. Ooh, this is bad. We roll our minus. Oh, we don't have to do that because that happened afterwards. We roll our minuses on a 10 plus. Okay, so that seems pretty interesting. Okay, so Peppermint. Peppermint is fine. She doesn't do anything. The next person is Summer. Summer has no minus attribute tokens. Oh, she rolls a 10. No. They suffer damage equal to their insanity to each hit location and then set their insanity to 0. That is possibly a lifetime reroll because that is 5 severe injuries. You cannot be knocked down. Heartstrings, the tough, add +1 to all your severe injury rolls. We do not have a thing. Oh, that's a bad time to roll a 10, Deno. You can roll a 10 though, mate. That is a fact. I don't really want a lifetime reroll, but I feel like I've got a lifetime reroll that, so. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, soon. Half 45? Half? I've lifetime rerolled to avoid a 10 into a 10. We now suffer 17 damage to all 5 hit locations. and set our insanity to 0. Okay, let's roll the head, I guess. We do have the tough. We do have the tough, which gives us a little buff. 5 becomes a 6. This is a stupid turn of events. I'm very unhappy about this. Deaf, permanent evasion. And this targets all non-deaf survivors. What a chump. What a chump. Maybe we will be doing some silk surgery. The body. The body, we roll an 8. Broken rib, suffer a -1 permanent speed. The hands. Come on, roll it in the thing, don't we? The hands, we roll a 10. That's the bleeding token that we needed to avoid. This is a great card, by the way. Absolutely glorious card. Okay, the waist. The waist, we roll a 3. Oh no, that's 2 bleeding tokens, isn't it, on the waist? Bleeding kidneys gain 2 bleeding tokens. Come on. Okay, so we are going to be reliant on an undeathable roll here. Potentially, unless I can roll a 9 on the legs. We do roll a 9 on the legs, but that is 2 bleeding tokens, which will kill us. However, we can't surge to remove bleeding tokens in the midst of this with bandages. So we need to do an undeathable roll to see if she survives. She dies. How devastating. She can't be knocked down. She's 1 away from dagger spec. That is absolutely earth-shatteringly disappointing. Ah, dear. Summer, sweet summer. Sweet summer child. Ah, well. What can you do? Nothing is the answer. Okay, so the next person is Coconut Ruff. She rolls a 2, she's fine. The next person's Boost. Boost rolls a 4, he's fine. And the Scout rolls a 6, they're fine. So that is all pretty ordinary for us. We're going to draw another AI card because he's a level 2 chump. And this one is all survivors with 3 or less understanding. Guess what, mate? There's no one for you to play with there. No one. Our turn. She was our chick with a scythe too, so that sucks. Let's look at the top 3 in the grid, I suppose. No, let's actually just pummel with let's just pummel with the white speaker with the Hunter Whip. Hits twice, because the trap does nothing to us. Oh, good timing, Deno. All survivors are doomed. The pariah performs basic action onto her. So the pariah's basic action, it doesn't really bother us at all because we have a lot of evasion. So it's 3 speed hitting on 7s. 7, 1 and 2. So that will be 1 hit that will do 3 damage to a hit location to Peppermint's body. And Peppermint ignores the effects of the somatic empathy, so she's fine. She'll swing again with the Hunter Whip. 1 hit. There is a first strike. She's about to get kicked away, but that's fine. She'll just wound him on a 2+. She does wound him. We ignore that. And we're kicked away. All survivors in the kick zone suffer 3 damage, knockback 5, 3 damage to the hands, 1, 2, 3, and we're knocked back to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when she suffers knockback, she gets a bleeding token. When she gains a bleeding token, she gains a survival because of Story of Blood. Good job, her. Peerless. Wow, she's so great. We'll probably use a healer to heal that at the start of her act next turn, but we'll do that at a later stage. All right, let's swing with the Dome Buster in the blind spot. She's done. Dome Buster in the blind spot. That's a hit. There's a parry super dense location. Oh, actually, before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Scout to put another token on there and go 3 things, because I forget that I have hit location manipulation now. So we've got 4 on there. We're going to look at 1, 2, 3. Yep, great. So that one's going to go at the bottom because we don't really want to have to roll that. Anything but a 1 now. That's a critical. All non-deaf survivors place a token on somatic static. 1, 2. 1. Doesn't actually matter at this point. 2, 3. So she does have a -1 accuracy and strength token. But let's do these wounds in order. The first one is suffer 1 damage to the body that ignores armor. Yep. We'll get that one through, and then gain a -1 movement token. We'll also let that one through. And she will surge to hit with a perfect hit. We double our wound roll on this because we are a... oh no, we critically wound, he's knocked down, so we ignore his reaction. Get out of here, guy. It's another critical, anyway, whatever. 1, gain a -1 accuracy token. And gain a -1 evasion token. So we'll actually archive both of those, so we don't have to do either of those. Okay, so the guy's knocked down. Everyone's got their proficiency points. What do we do here? Surge during the flow? No, because if that's the bad one, so we'll swing with our sword guy. Yep. 2 hits, including a perfect hit. That's a parry super dense, and that one's a failure. We'll do the failure one first because, yes, that's a 7, so that's a wound. It's not a critical. So he suffers, oh, coprolalia and evasion. No, he doesn't. We discard that. And then if we can roll a 9+ on this one, maybe. Oh. Thanks for coming, Papa Daddy Pariah. You are a chump who killed one of my favourite survivors because of the fact that I can't roll anything but 10s, apparently. Such a dickhead. Alright, we return from the showdown. Complete showdown. Return and advance the year. Peppermint achieves age 4. Coconut achieves age 3. Now, when we defeat this guy, we are going to add nothing to the timeline. 2, as the monster, we lose a single endeavour. However will we cope? And we also archive precious fragments. We reduce our survival limit by 1. Survival limit by 1, but we archive precious fragments. Okay, so I think that's the one that gives us Story of Blood. When we do storytelling, we can't get benefits out of that. Yeah. Where is it? I don't even think I grabbed it out. Precious fragments, yeah. If we would trigger white speaker, he kills him instead. So we're not going to be triggering any dead white speakers anymore. So we can have some stories, but we won't. When the settlement defeats him, archive precious fragments, reduce the survival limit by 1, Don't add sulking. We lost that. And that's it. We're going to go hunt him down at his house. We've got no timeline events. We're just going to do one of these. We have a scout, so we're going to roll a 2 on that one and a 2 on that one. All right, the first one is a heat wave and the second one is a silk storm. Yes. All right, the heat wave's bad. If you depart with heavy gear in your grid, that's bad. But we can just find fluid. The silk storm, if we have a legless ball, we can gain a bladder, fine. We can gain a silk diet. You manage to eat your way out of the silk and may fill your gear grid normally if you depart this year. Special showdown, the monster of your choice this year. I never see this one, so. Cannot depart unless they have at least one empty space in their gear grids. What an interesting choice. Let's do that because I never see it. Cool. All right, well. Peppermint has an age roll. So for people that haven't been following along, this is the rules that we're using for Peppermint. Bra's written these for us. So we've reached maximum understanding. So we could have gained 2 fighting arts of our choice, but we've already got the ones we want. We don't have to do anything to do with the pariah, so that's fine. We gained the ageless ability, so we might be going phoenix hunting very shortly. Ageless. And on a 7 to 15, she gets a luck. She gets a luck. And she is an animal. Peerless, ageless, and speak occult knife. Story of blood. Yeah, we can gain black dagger if we wanted. Cool, so peppermint is fantastic. We need to get someone else up there to actually take the damage so that we don't get killed with Coconut Rough is going to roll a 12, which is a permanent strength. Oh no, that's age 3, that's a random fighting art. Carapace of Will, Timeless Eye. What are you, Carapace of Will? Ignoring a hit seems nice. Timeless Eye, perfect hits don't really help us, so yeah, let's go Carapace of Will. Perfect. Alright, how many endeavours do we want to spend? So we're going to innovate, we're going to shrine, we're going to face paint. We have a bonus 2 to spend on Silk Storm. That can only be spent on Spidicules innovations. So we're going to spend 1 on adding a web silk. And then the other one we will spend on silk surgery, because we've got a silk surgeon. What the heck is this? If I seem like I'm enjoying myself too much, I apologise, but I just love the fact that after 26 campaigns, I can still find new stuff in this game that I have not done. Silk surgery. Okay, if you have a silk surgeon, you may choose the 10 result without choosing. Roll dice equal to the level of the secret fighting art and choose one. Okay, I need to look at that then. Yeah, so we get to roll 2 dice and choose one. If you have any permanent waist injuries, remove them all and suffer 1-1 population. Gain a permanent accuracy. Lose all understanding. Oh, that's actually really good in this campaign. Okay, so we can clear up some dismembered arms, but we don't really have anyone that you can't clear death, can you? Oh no, you can. You can clear death. Interesting. Yeah, so we're going to do a silk surgery. We're level 2 silk surgery. And we increase our silk surgeon level by 1. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and the person we're going to do our silk surgery on is you don't do blind. We're going to do it on solo. So solo, we roll 2 dice. We roll the boots and the hands. So the boots is fine. So we're just going to choose the boots. We don't suffer any penalties. We don't gain any benefits. We could do that a second time, and then we can just get silk surgery level 3. What does that actually do though? Each other survivor that died during the showdown, you can roll a 7+ to bring them back. Surely we've got to get that. Yeah, we're going to do another silk surgery on that same person and try again. Save me! Body and waist. So we have to re-roll the waist because there's no thing. Head. Remove all permanent head injuries. Solo. Lose all understanding. Done. We've got a level 3 silk surgeon. Great. We'll do our innovate. And I'll add the web silk in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think we'll take pottery. Yeah, we want the blue charm. So pottery. Innovate. Already did that. So that means we can get a blue charm, which is great. The rest of these, we're probably going to get survivors to try and eat silk so they can depart with a full grid. But we're actually okay with 8s here on a lot of our grids. So that's fine. And I might save that one for tomorrow evening. We've got pottery now, so we probably just want to make a blue charm. We've got a web silk. There we go. Maybe we do try and make a silk set now because we've got a silk surgeon. What an interesting situation to be in. I need to do my innovate resources. So we've got organs out the wazoo. Bone, organ, and a hide. Vermin, we got any crab spiders? No. What a shame. Yeah, we don't need the underplate fungus for anything, I don't think. We definitely need this scarab shell. Okay. So pottery, that allows us to make a blue charm. I think, have I got anyone at 7? I think it might be worth trying to get the scythe mastery. Sword spec could be good too. Yeah, we'll try for sword spec. We won't worry about scythe mastery, we'll send them out. So yeah, sword spec, that's a 7, so we'll spend a survival to re-roll. It's a 7, we'll spend a survival to re-roll. That's a 9. Come on. So we get sword specialization on boost. Boost is going all right, actually. Just making their way around, doing some good stuff. Spending 3 survival though to get that. Yeah, great. All right, so we're going to call it there. I've got 7 endeavors to spend. I have already paid for my face painting and my shrine. I'll probably try and eat the rest of my guys out of web silk, out of the silk. And we have a level 3 Silk Surgeon. Wasn't that fun? That prior fight was great. We made him, again, look like a bit of a chump. But that was only because we got a Sundering, which we rolled, and got rid of our thing. Oh, that's right. We need to get her Fear of the Dark gone, don't we? We do need to get her Fear of the Dark gone. So we'll innovate at Bloodletting twice, I think. Yeah, let me think about that very quickly. Bloodletting, cure a disorder of your choice if you can roll an 8+. And if she does that, then, yeah. She also levels up to Story of Blood 2, which would be good. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. We'll decide that tomorrow. That's it, friends. Great night of Kingdom Death once again. Absolutely loving this campaign. Just loving this game in general, as I so often do when I play it. I try not to overload myself with it, but jeepers, it's tough going. Good night, Match Fixer. Hope your crusade in assembling models is going well. There's a lot of models to assemble and paint. It's all part of the fun of it for me, but for other people, maybe not so much. Yeah, glorious showdown. Cool. I'll catch you all again tomorrow night for more Kingdom Death. Big Dano out.